Many Indians are giving up their citizenship, and the numbers are way higher than you might think. In 2023 alone, nearly 2.2 lakh people let go of their Indian passports.
Does this sound huge to you? Hold your breath.
And these aren't just random figures. This is data straight from the Indian government.
This shows the strength of governance structure and systems that we have built over the last few years.
And it doesn't stop there.
भारत की ग्रोथ स्टोरी से जुड़ने का यही समय है, सही समय है.
While Prime Minister Modi says it's the best time to invest in India, Indians are actually sending more money abroad than ever before. In the last decade, money flowing out of India has exploded by 2,800%. And with 10 years of Make in India behind us, the results still fall way short of the promises. So what's really happening?
Let me explain how.
You know, when we question those in power, we are sometimes called anti-national. The thing is, questioning those in power is one of the highest forms of patriotism. So if we question how successful Make in India has been, or why so many Indians are choosing to invest their money elsewhere, it's an act of patriotism. If you agree with us, then support our journalism. By the way, if you're new here, the News Minute offers a subscription model. Subscribers get access to exclusive content, ad-free reading, and in-depth reports that you won't find anywhere else. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description below.
I have given you a few options, and that too without any consultancy fees.
In 2023, over 2.16 lakh people let go of their Indian citizenship. Compare this to 2019, when 1.44 lakh people made the same choice. In 2014, this number was just 1.29 lakh. That's a 60% surge in the last 10 years. The Modi government says it's all down to personal reasons. While that might be partly true, there are deeper factors at play. For many, the appeal of a better job, better opportunities, higher salary, and a better quality of life abroad might be a lot more tempting than what's available here.
Friends, the options to invest in India are extensive. India invites you to invest in the hard work of our farmers.
And it's not just citizenship. Indians are investing more of their money outside the country too. RBI says outward remittances from India have surged from 1.1 billion in 2014 to 31.7 billion in 2024. That's a 2,808% increase. This is mainly driven by high net worth individuals using the LRS. This is a scheme that allows Indians to send up to $250,000 yearly on education, medical expenses, property, and other investments. And here's where it gets interesting. The surge in remittances really took off after the 2016 demonetization.
ये सफाई अभियान है, सफाई अभियान.
Because post-2016, deposits outside India shot up by a massive 790%. So where's all this money going? In 2014, Indians sent 59 million abroad for property. This number was 243 million by 2024. That's a 312% surge. Deposits abroad jumped from 103 million to 916 million, and that's up by 790%. Investment remittances climbed from 315 million to a huge 1.5 billion, and that's a 380% increase. Now let's look at what's driving this trend. One possible clue is in the Make in India initiative. While this was launched in 2014, it was supposed to turn India into a manufacturing giant, creating 100 million jobs and boosting industrial growth. But here we are, nearly 10 years later, and the results are, let's just say, underwhelming. We've all seen that lion statue everywhere, right? But is the results of Make in India a roar or a whimper? Let's take a look at the numbers. Make in India aimed for 12 to 14% industrial growth every year. But right now, it's stuck at 4%. Manufacturing's share of GDP has dropped to its lowest ever since the 1960s. And instead of creating 100 million jobs by 2022, manufacturing jobs have actually dropped from 51 million in 2017 to just 36 million in 2022. Of course, COVID did have an impact, but the numbers clearly speak for themselves. FDI rose from 36 billion in 2014 to nearly 85 billion in 2022. That's good news, right? But here's the problem. Since then, it has been falling. It dropped to 71 billion in 2022 and just down to 10 billion in 23-24. That's a sharp 60% decline. And most of the FDI has flowed into services like IT and not the manufacturing boost that India was aiming for. Make in India was supposed to make India produce more and export more. In reality, India's exports have taken a hit over the last decade, dropping from 10.2% of the GDP in 2013 and 14 to just 8.2% in 22-23. At the same time, imports from China are flooding in. You remember how at the height of Indo-China tensions, TikTok was banned, right? But India still relies heavily on China for many essential imports, especially in manufacturing. India exports just under 17 billion worth of raw materials like iron ore and refined oil to China, less than it used to be in 2018 and 19. In contrast, China sends over 101 billion of high-value goods to India, like machine tools, computers, chemicals, and plastics. Now, the data that I just rattled off was there for everyone to see. But did you see a report on this on any news channel? Instead, they just choose to blindly praise the leaders, whether the promises are delivered or not. The question we have to ask, who are they really loyal to? Well, our loyalties are clearly to you, because only you fund us. So become a TNM subscriber, so on November 7th, you too can be part of our members editorial meet and you can meet the faces behind the stories.